Hey players, this is EMC. I am at the Roadside Ruin in Falkreath Hold. This is a old Nordic barrow, and I'm here to show you. Here I gotta get in super sneaky mode. I'm here to show you my favorite monster in all of Skyrim, and she has picked off a couple bandits here. Maybe you can hear her. So there she is, a Spriggan. It's a very rainy day here. It's actually noon, but it looks like it's evening. The fireflies are out. This is a little garden just taken over this barrow, and there's a bunch of skeletons here. There's a chest with a little bit of loot, not a whole lot. And catalog of weapon enchants, which is an enchantment skill book. Nice. And then over here is our Spriggan. So she doesn't know I'm here, so we can look at her. I think the Spriggan are the coolest looking monsters ever. They are actually nature guardians, and they're often tag teamed with other beasties that will attack you. They can actually enthrall animals, and sometimes they'll enthrall foxes and animals that normally wouldn't attack you out in the wild. They can also enthrall your companion dog, which is a real bummer. So you're gonna want to make your dog wait outside of an area that a Spriggan might be in. Another wonderful thing they can do is they kind of look like they have insects swarming all around them. If you try to run away from a Spriggan, which I have to admit I haven't tried to run away from a Spriggan, but I have heard that they can throw a swarm of bees at you, and the bees will do poison damage. They can also hide away in trees, and you might not see them until they pop out. They kind of look like they're made out of wood, and in fact, that is their weakness. They have a weakness to fire. So if you have a weapon with fire damage on it, you're going to want to use that with the Spriggan. They drop a couple alchemy ingredients. They have the taproot. Almost every single one of them, I think, will have a taproot, and occasionally you might get some Spriggan sap. But you won't get that as often. You might only get that with the matron, but I'm not sure about that. So I am not going to fight this Spriggan. I'm just going to leave her alone, take my loot, and we're going to go a little ways from here where there's some more Spriggan and a really cool area. Let me show you the map. So here's the Roadside Ruin. It's right outside of Falkreath. And I'm going to go up here to Evergreen Grove, where there's a really cool pond with some Spriggan and some really interesting stuff to look at. Alright, here we are at Evergreen Grove. You can see there's two Spriggan here. Out here, there's a little pond and a guy out here. And he's a dead alchemist. And he has a book, Manamarco, King of Worms, which is an alchemy skill book. Let's see what he has on him. A little bit of herbs, not too much. I'll leave him with his dignity. So, there's a Nern root over here. This is, you see that there's some Nordic stones around here. This is probably a ruin of another barrow. This pond also has a lot of, let's see if we can find any, a lot of cool little fish for alchemy. Huh, I don't see any right now. But I hear that this pond has a lot of good alchemy fish and also a lot of insects to collect. So we'll go over here and grab this. Okay, so I am going to go up above this waterfall here because I have been told that the alchemist has a camp right up above there. So I'm going to go find it. Okay, so down there is the pond. This is the little waterfall. And then up here are these cool little streams. There's some mud crabs. And then up here, look, 3 Nern right in a row. Ooh, and I do see some little fish right here. Nice. Can never have enough little fish. Okay, so not only did you just pick up 1 Nern root and now 3 more Nern root, but there's this cool little camp. There's bedroll you can sleep in. It's really pretty. He doesn't have a cooking fire, but he does have a fish in there. And this is also an alchemy skill book. We'll take that. It's got a satchel. Human flesh. Like I said, human flesh is hard to come by. And there's an alchemist journal. Setting up camp here near the mushroom grove. Interested in seeing what exactly is causing their enhanced growth in this area. Today I'll be heading out to see what kind of effect the mushrooms and the nearby Nern root are having on the ecosystem downstream. I have a theory that this is the alchemist. Did you see that? That was an Imperial. Just booking somewhere for unknown reasons. That's crazy. Okay. I have a theory that this is the same alchemist that is from the alchemist shack. It's kind of a long ways away from the alchemist shack. Okay, so here's Evergreen Grove, and we're right above the waterfall here. And then the alchemist shack is right there. But if you watch my other video, I did a video about the alchemist shack, and I pretty much guessed that the alchemist whose shack it was is dead, and I think that might be him, and he is indeed dead. But this alchemist left a journal saying that he was going out to find some mushrooms, and that he was kind of doing some research on plants and stuff like that. You used kind of a science-y language, like made me think that this might be the same guy, because it sounds like he's interested in doing research and not just, whatever. But I think that might be him. So that would be a mystery solved. There are a considerable amount of bleeding crown mushrooms here. They don't seem to be there's more than you would expect to see, definitely outside of a cave, so maybe that's what he was curious about. We'll get ourselves some mushrooms. I love alchemy. Alchemy is a really easy way to make money in Skyrim, and it's a really easy way to level. So kick these guys and make them stop yelling at me. Oh, silence. Fishy. Fishy. Fish, fish, fish. Got him. So this is a really cool area to do some collecting. I'm gonna go back and get those mud crabs. But it's a nice place to hang out. I think that this would, keep in mind that it's here. If you are in the area, this would be a cool spot to, take a nap. Actually, my character could probably take a nap right now, and that would do her some good. So I'm going to do that, and in my next episode, part 2 of the Spriggan, I'm going to another area and show you some more carnage that the Spriggan have caused.